Hello. In previous session, I have completed general characters of phylum Porifera. Let us revise once again. Poriferans are pore-bearing animals having spicules. Body wall comprises dermal and gastral layer. The skeleton is represented by spicules. They have canal system to carry out most of the physiological activities. Digestion intracellular, respiration by body surface, excretion with the help of cells, and the excreta carried by outgoing water, and most of them reproduce by asexual method. Sexual method is available or seen where they exchange the sex cells, fusion occur, and then zygote develops into a larva, and this larva develops into an animal. Clear? But basic features is more than enough. In today's session, I will complete two phyla. Phylum Coelenterata and phylum Ctenophora. Why I have taken these two phyla together? Because most of the features are similar. Now they are evolved than poriferans. So let us begin with their habitat. All coelentrates and ctenophorans together known as cnidarians, cnidarians. Clear? So I will use the term cnidaria now. Means coelenterata and ctenophora together. So all cnidarians are aquatic. They are free living. Some are sedentary, solitary or colonial. They are tissue grade animals. Diploblastic means tissues developing from two germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm. The body wall made up of two layers. Outer layer is epidermis, inner layer is endodermis. Now see here, layers are made up of tissues, and these two layers separated by a mass known as mesoglea, and the body encloses a canal which helps in digestion. This we call gastrovascular cavity or coelenteron. In earlier porifera, it is spongiocele or paragastral cavity. Now it is coelenteron or gastrovascular cavity. PGC in porifera, GVC in coelenterata and ctenophora. Clear? Now there is only one opening. That's why it shows blind sac plan. Whatever they want to take in, same opening. Whatever they want to excrete, same opening. Clear? So this kind of body plan we call it as blind sac plan. This is the only phylum showing diploblastic organization with blind sac plan having coelenteron or gastrovascular cavity. Now around the anterior opening, so called mouth, now it is present on a raised structure called as hypostome. So around this there are whip-like structures. So 10 to 15 whip-like structures are present. These are called tentacles. And on the tentacle there are special stinging cells are present. These stinging cells releases irritating chemical which keeps the animal safe from the enemies, or this chemical will paralyze the prey so that animal can consume it. These are called as stinging cells. Clear? Or cnidoblast. So in earlier phylum they have choanocytes or collar cells. Here they are called cnidoblast or stinging cells. You have to remember these specific features which is important for 1 mark, and they are definitely occur in competitive exams. Now as the animal is free living, it collects the food particle with the help of tentacles by paralyzing the prey, releasing toxic chemicals through stinging cells. All collected food particles, they will drop in the coelenteron. Digestion is extracellular because the cavity is available. Once the digestion is over, they collect the absorbed, the digested nutrients, the inner layer, and releases the waste. The water, the animals are living in water, so they can easily exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide through body surface. So digestion is intracellular, respiration is by body surface. Now in coelenterata and ctenophora there are two shapes we found in the animals. If the animal body is cylindrical like a rod, It exhibits radial symmetry. A cut passing through any plane of animal body gives two equal parts. So in all cnidarians, the symmetry is radial. In this cnidaria, if the animal body is elongated, cylindrical, we call polyp. And if the animal body is like an umbrella, we call it as medusae. When animal is showing polyp shape, they reproduce by budding. So asexual reproduction is carried with the help of polyp. And when they are in medusae form, umbrella-like form, they develop gonads. Gonads are sex organ. There is no male female here. But in the gonads, the sex cells are produced. So the moving animals belongs to same species, releases the sex cells in water which undergo fusion, and on fusion zygote develops into new and better animal. This is a kind of sexual reproduction we found in medusae form. There are some animals like hydra. They show both polyp and medusae. Polyp for asexual reproduction, medusae for sexual reproduction. This is how they show metagenesis. Polyp produce medusae, medusae produce polyp. This is known as alternation of generation. The specific term is used called metagenesis. Based on this, phylum Coelenterata. There is no classification in Ctenophora. Phylum Coelenterata is classified in three classes: Hydrozoa, Scyphozoa, Anthozoa. Hydrozoans, example is Hydra. These animals, they show metagenesis. They show alternation of generation, having polyp and medusae. They show polymorphism, means if you see the colony of these animals, some are in polyp phase, some are in medusae phase to complete asexual and sexual mode of reproduction. Scyphozoa, jellyfish, that is Aurelia. Physalia, it is Portuguese man or man of war. These are the common names given to these animals. They are not fish, but they belongs to Coelenterata. Jellyfish and Physalia. These two animals, they show medusae form, free floating on the water surface. These animals reproduce only by sexual method. That's why they belongs to Scyphozoa. And a major group of animals from this phylum, they are included in Anthozoa. They are sedentary, colonial, always polyp in shape. Means they reproduce only by budding, and they develop a multi-storied generation. Means parental generation gives second generation gives third. Like this they go on building up like a building with many generations, and each animal body covered by a hard theca. So they reproduce only by asexual method. They are called corals. So brain coral, star coral, spiny coral, these are different names given to animals. They belongs to Anthozoa. In Ctenophora, these all are medusae form, like umbrella shape, exclusively marine. Right? So remember, Ctenophorans are marine animals. They are in medusae form. They have special long elongated plates like hairy outgrowths. It looks like a comb, so known as comb plates. This helps in locomotion. And if you see in the dark, they emit light. There's no electricity in them, but we can see the shining. You have seen fireflies? To see these insects, you have to go to the village. You cannot see in the city. So like fireflies, they emit cold light. It is known as bioluminescence. This phenomena is more common in Ctenophora. Example is Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana. With this, we have completed general characters of cnidarians, which includes two phyla, Coelenterata and Ctenophora. I will summarize the general characters. The animals are aquatic, freshwater or marine. They are tissue-grade diploblastic with radial symmetry. Body wall comprises epidermis, endodermis separated by mesoglea. Body enclosed coelenteron or GVC. Anterior opening is on the hypostome surrounded by tentacles. On the surface of tentacles, special cnidoblasts are present. These are known as stinging cells. The tentacles will help in locomotion of the animal. Stinging cells will provide defense from the enemy, and they also help in catching the prey. These are functions you need to remember. Coming to digestion, it is extracellular. Respiration is by body surface. Reproduction, asexually by budding, sexually by producing gametes. Example for Coelenterata, Hydra, Aurelia and corals. I have taken one animal from each group. In Ctenophora, comb plates, they are exclusively marine, they are in medusae form and they exhibit bioluminescence phenomena. Example is Ctenoplana and Pleurobrachia. With this, I will conclude this session. Thank you very much.